Previously, we showed optical analysis and how the rays and reflection are interacted for post-processing of optical analysis. But how about the intensity and heat flux on the surfaces? For intensity calculations, we need to perform one extra step, which is pre-thermal UOT. It distributed the optical node toward the mesh, so then we can have a optical intensity on the objects. It's very simple. Click on pre-thermal UOT. It could run based on the UOT, based on GPU and the CPU. Click on and select the optical analysis. This one. And click on OK. And then the calculate button changes to this. UOT pre-thermal, and then click on calculate. Now it's done. Now what you need to do is go to the UOT and go to post-processing and thermal. And then select the file that you just generated, the directory. Now you will see this is very similar to the previous window as we have before, but the difference is here that we have extra options of the intensity, heat flux here. I make it a little bit bigger. I select in the steps and you will see the similar informations as before. You could select on the intensity flux, this window will pop up. And what we see here, by changing the positions, you will see the intensity on the substrate and tape will change, which actually the distribution of the rays and the reflection toward the mesh points. And what interesting is that you could change the laser intensity. Now we have uniform distributions. How about we change it to the Gaussian distributions? So we have now changed it toward a little bit different intensity here. And if we make it like a very Gaussians, that would be like a point, it becomes the center point became like a smaller, the area which is irradiated, so all of the energy will be concentrated on one point. You could use a different sort of laser intensity, and you could just add it here on this box, which is the laser ID. And to give you a little bit more information, what does this ID come from? You could go to the processing study and initializations and the laser distribution control. So here you see that the intensity for different settings, Gaussians. We have this, for example. We can have Gaussians like that, or we can add the Gaussians like this one. So this is a Gaussian distribution like that. And you could also have another type of Gaussian which change roller, which changes center of these Gaussian functions. So for example, the center of the Gaussian function moved by the value of 1 here. We could change it to the smaller value. So you could generate different sort of Gaussian distributions and combinations of this complex intensity. And to know that how you could add those ID to here, to the optical post-processing for heat flux analysis, you could click on Save. And when you click on Save, the information will be saved on the process parameter on the main window. So click on it and you will see now the correct, the value is now 3, 1000, 1000 and the rest. So this is corresponding to the last intensity that you updated here. You could copy paste this information here. And you will see immediately when you have a different type of the laser intensity, laser ID, by having the laser intensity window, you could immediately see the heat flux with a different laser intensity and analyze the situations on the tape and substrate. This is very handy and very useful for the quick analysis of either on a very simple case or on a complex case, and how is the situations if you use different heat flux and different laser distributions.